Okay, so I'm doing this over video because I'm apparently better at recording video than recording audio. I seem to stammer less and pause less when I'm doing video, so I'm just going to do this video because you hear me either way, whether you see me or not, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to start with Exsaightment's blog because that was the first URL I got. So I started following TC thanks to Lolly, because Lolly showed me her blog. Lolly was the one who came across her Shell Shocker blog. Geez, how far back was that? Probably like a couple months ago. And I started following her Shell Shocker blog on Win, and soon after followed it on Koga as well. And I followed her for a while and didn't really interact with her or try to approach her to interact with her, just because I'm a shy fuck and I don't I have a hard time talking to people. But we initially started interacting because I answered one of her opens on Shell Shocker with Koga. And then a while after that I found Exsaitement and followed that blog, and I don't think I initially realized that they were the same mun. And then I saw her mention Exsaitement on Shell Shocker and then realized that they were the same mun, and I was honestly very impressed because she has a way of showing the differences between these two incarnations of the same character, which is really good, because a lot of people would just play them as the same character with no differences, but she makes, like, she shows that there are differences between these two interpretations of the character, and I have yet to see her make any error in one of her her interpretation of one version compared to the other, if that makes any sense at all. But bottom line, so interaction with Exsaitement. So we've done, I think, probably, I guess we have 3 little threads on the go. We've got the intro, we have the one where Raph finds Win after she's been shot in the shoulder, and the Christmas one that I just kind of sent because I like sending Christmas things to people and interacting Christmas stuff. And so far I have really, really enjoyed their interaction. Because I honestly didn't think that they would get along that well, just because they're so opposing in their personalities. Raph is he's a hothead, he's a bit more impulsive and loud, and, like, not that he's a bad guy, of course. He's got many redeeming qualities. It was a pleasant surprise when him and Win actually interact, like, bounced off each other in a positive way. I thought it was really cool, because Win is shy and doesn't talk very well and is awkward, and admittedly can probably be a little bit frustrating to interact with just because of how awkward she is. So the fact that he's taken to talking to her so easily and not bothered by her awkwardness was actually, like, a really pleasant surprise for me. And it makes sense for his character too. I didn't find it was out of character at all, the way that TC wrote him or anything, which is great, because she's able to play him as his more positive traits and make them believable, which is, I find, very difficult to do with Raph. I find a lot of people don't venture very much outside his more negative traits, like his temper and so on and so forth. So somebody who can someone who can portray these positive traits in a way that seems believable to me and not far-fetched or out of character, I was really impressed. Like, because, again, a lot of people, when they try to portray a character like Raph, they either make him seem, I guess, a little too nice, is the word. I don't know if that's quite what I mean. But either way, TC is a fantastic RAF. 2003, 2014. And she's got a few other blogs that I follow as well. And I've been impressed with all of them because, especially her, I really like her Darcy too, her Avivi Darcy blog, because Darcy is a very different character from Raph, from what I've seen. Like, obviously, she doesn't have a concrete personality based from what you see in that music video. Like, there's a lot of open to interpretation on how she is, but she is still a very different character from Raph. You can tell from, like, the video and stuff. And TC has done a lovely job of bringing her to life. But okay, again, I'm wandering off topic. Jesus Christ, this video is like 6 minutes long. Okay, wrapping it up. TC is a really nice mun. I have talked to her outside of character, and I've really enjoyed our discussions. They've been great. I've been able to talk about, like, fandom stuff, like both the positive and the negative of the fandom. We've been able to debate about the finer and the lesser points of the TMNT fandom, which is really fun. I love to do that. I actually adore talking about, like, I like debating things. I like talking about the less, I guess not always the more positive parts of a series, despite the fact that I like a series. I like being able to find people that I can talk to these things about and not feel like I'm, like, complaining too much to them. I like discussing things. I like discussing the meanings behind the characters. I like discussing things they could have done better with a character's development. And I've done this a number of times with TC, and it's always been great. And I like how we can talk about our experiences with role-playing and all that great stuff. So TC is an awesome person to talk to. Like, I highly recommend that you talk to her even outside of character, because outside of character she is a great person as well. And definitely interact with, like, definitely write with her. If you ever get the chance, if you guys mesh well, if you guys just even read her stuff. Her stuff is great. I have yet to have any complaints about her stuff. It's awesome. So yeah. Recommend. Awesome RAF.